Before I start, just want to just welcome, we've got a special guest here. Welcome Mark to the coaching fraternity in Edmonton. I know you're familiar with Edmonton. It's good to have you back. Obviously somebody who's worked very hard with the Stampeders organization and somebody who's earned their opportunity with the Elks. So just want you to come on up here. I got it, thanks.
Kris, any advice for Mark on how to handle the grumpy Edmonton sports fan?
Win hockey games, or win whatever sport you're playing. The more you win, the more friendly everybody is. That's all. And he'll realize it's a great supportive community who are very passionate about their sports.
So Zach Hyman ready to draw back in. He's obviously really excited. Just a thought on piecing that line back together right away here and what you hope Zach will inject into the group.
Well, anytime you have a player come back, it's nice for him to get into a position where he's comfortable in, he's familiar with. And those three have played very well together, throughout their time together. So that's my hope, is that they can pick up where they left off. And obviously there's some rust that he hasn't played in a couple of weeks, but they're obviously three really good hockey players that are hopefully can give us a little push. And, we missed them the other night where, overall against Vegas, where I thought we played a pretty good game and, tough to find a goal. Well, having a 50 goal scorer in your lineup definitely helps those situations.
Kris, the analytics would suggest you're top 5 possession team in the league, 5v5. But you're not scoring at that rate. And I know you briefly alluded to that with your comment about Zach, but just are there certain things that coaches can do to breed more offensive confidence? Do you see this as a short-term? We're 25 games into the season now. It's not like we're 5 or 6 games in. How do you sort of equate and balance that you do have the puck a lot, but you're not generating the sort of offense you'd like to?
Yeah, our chances for, we have the puck a lot. Our chances for, and you can say what is a chance. Probably the best indicator for chances are shot opportunities from the slot. That's pretty black and white. And we are, 1 or 2 in those attempts, shots on net. So we're getting those opportunities. Now, the finishing rate, you might have guys who can score, cannot score, who are getting those chances. Those all are indicators on your likelihood of scoring. Last year we were one of the most unluckiest teams, and this year we are the most unluckiest team. So that tells me that just bearing down and finishing our opportunities is part of our, we're generating things, but we have to work on how to finish those. And, that's through practice, that's through building up confidence. When players have numerous shots and they don't put it in, that hits their psyche. Those pucks go in, they feel better about themselves, they're more likely to score on the next opportunity. So there's things as a coaching staff that we can help facilitate that.
I realize you're focused on your team, but this is a different Columbus team that you're playing. Dean's a good coach. His teams play hard, firm, competitive, and they score. How different is it of a matchup, maybe now, than it was, last year when you saw them?
They're quite a bit different team than they were last year. One is the amount of injuries that they had last year. They were decimated, and I'm not sure how many games Werenski played for them. Werenski's one of the best defensemen in the NHL right now, and scoring at an alarming rate right now. So, that's something that we have to be aware of. A lot of offense generates from him. But, throughout their lines. They've got 4 lines, 6 defense that play hard, and they are an aggressive team that skate well, that we have to be on our toes.
Sorry. Is there any update on the status of Victor Arvidsson, whether it be the nature of the injury or a timeline?
I don't have a timeline. It's obviously gone on longer than we anticipated. I thought it was just a couple days off, rest, get back, and it hasn't quite healed the way that we assumed it would have. And so right now I don't have a timeline for you.
Have you had a chance to talk with McDavid, Ekholm, or Arvidsson about their selections to the Four Nations tournament?
Well, I haven't seen Arvidsson. Just he was on the road today. I haven't seen him. Eki, I actually talked to him before. Something that he was anticipating. I think Sweden, anyways. And Dave, obviously, it's a great recognition for those guys. Some of them aren't surprises. I don't think there was any surprise that McDavid was going to be on that team. But there's also some disappointed guys. I think I've talked to them more than the guys who made it. Just that there's a lot of, we feel, guys that just missed out and under circumstances. But a lot of them also pointed out that next year's the big year. That's the one they want.
Kris, you mentioned your offense, and not every shot's equal. The type of shots. Last year, your team was the best at inner slot shots and rebound chances. And this year, those numbers are down quite a bit. How do you get those two specific areas up? And I'm assuming they kind of go hand in hand.
Second opportunity is one is getting forwards to the net, and the onus is the forwards getting there. The other one is the defenseman getting shots there, and usually defense responsibility getting pucks to the net. It's not usually a slap shot. Slap shots usually take too long. The opposition get in the shooting lane. A lot get blocked. It's ultimately getting the puck there through a wrist shot, through deception, and last 2 weeks I think we've been focusing on that, generating those type of chances, and we saw it immediately. I forget what a game it was. We scored 2 goals at home, ultimately from a D wrist shot, traffic going there, whether it was a deflection. Saw it the other night in with Plot Colson's goal, stuff like that. But it's goal scoring is not just on the forwards, not on the defense. They have to work together, and a lot of things have to go together.
Kris, just a question about on the other side of the ice, the last 2 games you gave up a goal each against 2 very good teams. Against Vegas was a very tight checking game. I guess, do you feel like your team's heading in the right direction? And Connor mentioned that he feels defensively you guys have been good for most of the season, but on that side of the ice, do you feel like you guys are playing well, and is that the type of game you need to play kind of down the stretch and in the playoffs to be successful?
I think overall our defensive game has been pretty good, 5-on-5 especially. Penalty kill, obviously, the start of the season wasn't what we wanted, wasn't what we were used to, especially through our playoff run. But I think what's really separating ourselves right now with our 5-on-5 play, and I think it's been pretty solid all throughout the year, but our goaltending has really elevated their play, and they've been making some huge saves. And when you're getting the goaltending that we have lately, it has been the 5-on-5 play looks much better, but we've been making mistakes these last few games against Utah, especially Colorado. There's plenty of opportunities for Colorado to score. Same against Vegas, but Picks, Skinner have been great.
Just a quick question about Mark's hiring as the Elks head coach. Is it kind of cool? You have 2 former Golden Bears who are now head coaches of kind of the 2 major pro franchises here in Edmonton, and both of you went to the U of A kind of at around the same time. Is that, kind of neat, special for you to see that?
Absolutely. I am very proud of my time at the U of A. I think very highly of the school. I think very highly of the students that have gone there, especially the student athletes, and you see somebody like Mark who's worked very hard for his opportunity. It's special. It's nice to see those guys get those opportunities, and I'm sure he's going to do a wonderful job.